At the start of the movie, Sister Fernanda was leading a donkey through the forest back to the convent. As she was putting the donkey in its stall, Sister Ginevra came over and asked why the donkey keeps escaping. Sister Fernanda said she didn't know and told her to stop asking so many questions. Next, we met Sister Alessandra, who was alone. The next day, her father visited the convent and told her that her fiancé was asking for a dowry he couldn't afford. Because of this, the marriage was canceled, and she would have to stay at the convent longer. Alessandra was upset because she wanted to leave. Later, the three sisters were walking toward the housing area when they passed the groundskeeper. He looked at them, which made them angry because they had warned him not to look at or talk to them. They attacked him with vegetables and tools and told him never to look at them again. Back at the convent, Father Tommaso collects the fabric Sister Alessandra has embroidered to sell at the market. He tells Sister Maria he's not sure Alessandra belongs at the convent. As he's about to leave, the groundskeeper quits because of the constant mistreatment. Tommaso pleads with him to stay until he gets back, but the groundskeeper refuses. Then the movie showed a castle where Lord Bruno was having dinner with his wife, Francesca. Bruno kept talking about money and wars, but Francesca wasn't listening. Instead, she was making eye contact with Masetto, their servant. It turned out they were having an affair and would sleep together when Bruno was away. One night, Bruno caught them. Masetto ran away and jumped into bed in the servants' quarters, pretending to sleep. Bruno tried to find him by feeling the servants' chests and noticed Masetto's fast heartbeat, but it was too dark to see his face. So he cut off Masetto's ponytail to recognize him the next day. But Masetto was clever. He cut off all the servants' ponytails so Bruno couldn't tell who was who. In the morning, Bruno couldn't find him and was furious. Later that day, Francesca openly flirted with Masetto, unable to control herself anymore. Bruno saw them and got furious. He told his guards to catch Masetto and cut off his private parts. Masetto ran into the forest and escaped. In the forest, he found Father Tommaso, who was drunk and had overturned his cart full of things he was trying to sell. Masetto helped him pick everything up. Grateful, Tommaso offered him a place to stay at the convent for the night. Masetto told Tommaso he was hiding from Lord Bruno after having an affair with Francesca. He also said he regretted his actions. Feeling sorry for him, Tommaso offered him a job as the new groundskeeper, since the last one had quit after being attacked by the sisters. Tommaso told Masetto to pretend to be deaf and mute so the sisters wouldn't bother him. The next day, as Masetto worked in the courtyard, Sister Fernanda saw him and got suspicious, since she didn't recognize him. She was about to confront him when Sister Maria, the head of the convent, stepped in and told her he was the new groundskeeper. Still, Fernanda and Alessandra didn't trust him and wondered who he really was. Later, while Alessandra was doing embroidery, her wooden frame broke. She went to Masetto's room to have it fixed. Meanwhile, Sister Ginevra secretly watched her. She started complaining to him about how unfair her life was at the convent, even though she believed he couldn't hear or speak. Fernanda soon found Ginevra hiding and asked what she was doing. That night, someone threw stones at Fernanda's window. It was her friend Marta, who came to hang out. They went to Alessandra's room, and the three of them drank wine together. Ginevra eventually joined and drank too, though reluctantly. Marta told them that sleeping with a man was the best pleasure in the world. She said there was a way to make a love potion using the belladonna plant. As they got drunk, Fernanda and Marta began kissing. They tried to undress Ginevra, but she said she was tired and wanted to go to bed. Fernanda helped her back to her room, where Ginevra surprised her by kissing her. They ended up making love. The next morning, Alessandra went to the garden where Masetto was working. She pretended to help him, then suddenly kissed him, wanting to be close to a man. Masetto kissed her back, and they started to make love, but he stopped, realizing they were out in the open and could be seen. Later, Fernanda and Marta went into the woods to find the belladonna plant and make a love potion. After finding it, Marta made the potion and warned Fernanda not to drink it. But Marta put a few drops into Fernanda's eyes. They didn't know that Ginevra was secretly watching them. Fernanda and Marta went into Masetto's room and tried to seduce him to see if the potion was working. They undressed him and started kissing him, but suddenly stopped and left. Afterward, Ginevra confronted Fernanda, asking if their night together meant anything. Fernanda said it was just drunken fun and nothing more. This deeply hurt Ginevra, who had truly fallen for her. The next day, Bishop Bartolomeo came to visit the convent and was welcomed by Tommaso and Sister Maria. They gave him a tour and spoke highly of the convent. Meanwhile, Masetto sneaked into Alessandra's room and they began to make love. An elderly nun walked in but didn't seem to notice them. She just sat down and started embroidering. Shocked, Masetto accidentally spoke, revealing to Alessandra that he wasn't actually mute. Alessandra quickly joined the nun, pretending to embroider, and Masetto escaped through the window. Meanwhile, Ginevra copied the steps Marta had used and made her own belladonna potion. But instead of using it on someone else, she drank it herself. Later, Alessandra confronted Masetto for lying about being deaf and mute. As Masetto tried to explain, Ginevra walked in. Alessandra quickly hid behind a wall. Ginevra, under the influence of the potion, tried to seduce Masetto, but then stopped and admitted to herself that she was actually gay. Just then, Fernanda entered, so Ginevra hid behind the same wall as Alessandra. Fernanda pulled a knife on Masetto, tied his hands, and dragged him away. Alessandra and Ginevra followed them into the woods, where they came upon a group of naked witches dancing around a bonfire. Masetto was tied to an altar, and Fernanda got on top of him, planning to kill him after sleeping with him. Meanwhile, Ginevra, still high on belladonna, joined the witches and danced with them. But they quickly realized she wasn't one of them, and Ginevra started screaming and attacking them. Marta tried to calm her, but Ginevra knocked her out with a totem stick. Fernanda still wanted to kill Masetto, but Alessandra stopped her. Then Masetto revealed that he could actually hear and speak. Ginevra also confessed that she was not only gay, but also Jewish. Ginevra ran back to the convent naked on a donkey, banging on doors and shouting that Fernanda was a witch. The bishop woke up and saw her running in the hallway, and the other sisters and Masetto showed up too. Ginevra accused Fernanda of witchcraft and said Alessandra had slept with Masetto. Alessandra got mad and exposed Ginevra's sexuality and religion. Just then, Tommaso came out of Maria's room, making it clear they had been together, shocking the bishop. The next day, the bishop listed everyone's sins and gave the sisters penance, but Tommaso was stripped of his priesthood and sent to live as a monk. Masetto was sent back to Lord Bruno's castle and imprisoned. While picking flowers, the sisters apologized to each other for their betrayals and forgave one another, but they were worried Masetto might be killed. At the castle, Lord Bruno told Masetto he had a new wife, a young girl who would be a better lover once she grew up. He also revealed he found out Francesca came from an enemy village and had locked her in a wall with a boar and a dog. As a twisted gift, Bruno promised to keep Masetto alive but torture him daily. After Bruno left, Masetto begged the guards to help him escape, but they laughed at him. Just then, a turtle with a candle on its back walked by, distracting the guards. The sisters had sent it to trick them. The guards followed the turtle, and the sisters snuck into the prison, freed Masetto, left a dummy in his place, and dressed him in a nun's habit. They all escaped into the woods. Meanwhile, Maria led the donkey to meet Tommaso in the woods. They embraced and confessed their love. Suddenly, the sisters and Masetto ran by, so Tommaso and Maria hid. Fernanda noticed the donkey and got curious, but Ginevra pulled her away, telling her to run. After the others were gone, Tommaso and Maria kissed, happy to finally be together.
And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.